If you're serious about making your first $10,000 as a content creator, then I have 10 hard-hitting questions that I think you're going to want to answer that's going to really give you some clarity on where to take your business next. Let's start with number one. What have you learned in the last 2 years? This is called the 2-year test. This is kind of popularized by Ship 30. But what this does is you need to think about, it's very difficult to think about your entire career, your entire life. Well, what am I an expert in? What can I bring to the table? What's my unique POV? Well, you can really think easily about the last 2 years. Last 2 years, maybe you have a new chapter in your life. Maybe you've gone through a new experience. You've moved to a new place. You've got a new job. You've become an expert in something in the last 2 years, whether or not it's like actually a usable skill, but there's something out there in your life that you can recall on the last 2 years. Oh yeah, I've really become a deep expert, or I've like got wildly obsessed or strangely obsessed about this one thing over the last 2 years. Just figure that out. Number two, who's watching your videos? Or rather, who do you want to watch your videos? Think about your audience, or if you don't have an audience, what would that audience look like? How do they think? What other YouTube channels do they watch? What other content do they consume? What problems are they currently experiencing? What minor inconveniences are they experiencing right now? And that bleeds into the third question. What top 3 questions does your audience ask? If you're making content all the time and they ask you the same line of questions in the comment section, that's a good indicator to start to dive into something like that. If you have no audience and you're like, no, I'm not getting any feedback, I'm shouting into the wind, Jordan, what 3 questions would they have? Again, based on number 2, who's watching your video, this type of person, after watching this video, after watching this content, would probably have these FAQs, so to speak. Number 4, your POV. This is a little hard at first to develop, and this might take some time, and this might just take some throwing shit out the wall and seeing what sticks. But your POV is kind of, what future world are you building? I believe that in the next 5 years, I'm going to affect this change. I'm going to help 1 million people. I'm going to help 10,000 creators make their first $10,000. That's kind of my POV. Number 5. Oh, and I should speak a little bit more to number 4. When you kind of build your POV, you're kind of like staking a flag in the ground and saying like, this is who I am. This is what I'm about. And that it lets people kind of react to you. They say like, okay, and if you like that, join along, join the tribe, join the army, let's get going. And if they're not with that, then you're not going to be compatible as a content creator to client relation. Number 5, what product or service can you offer this audience? So based on their problems up here, and based on the type of audience they are, and based on your POV of what you want to do in the future you want to build, what product or service can you offer this audience? So if they have some top 3 FAQs in the comment section all the time, they're constantly asking what software I'm using. They're constantly asking, how did I set up my video to look like this? Or they're constantly asking, how did you edit your video like this? Or how do you make your first $10,000? Think of, now you have those questions in your mind, and you go, in the next 48 hours, if I had nothing else to do and I had to make a PDF, a Notion template, a quick 5-minute video, an audio recording, what could I create and what problem could I easily solve that would help this audience move? They don't have to move 10 steps forward. They don't have to move a mile forward. They don't have to totally revolutionize their life. It could just be 1 step forward. What's going to get them to the next step, to the next stage? And then that goes into number 6. After they've gone to that next step, after they've achieved the results from that first product, what would be the next thing they need? So if I teach you how to make videos, if I teach you how to record videos, the next thing you're probably going to want to know is how to edit those videos. So then you make the kind of logical next step. If you teach someone how to make dough for a pizza, then you probably want to teach them next how to make the best tomato sauce. So just like, what is the next logical step? What's the next question that they're going to ask you as the content creator? Number 7, if you had to 5x your content output, what would you need to do? What process would you need to put in place? What system would you need to put in place? What efficiency do you need to start to build? Think about your content production right now. If it takes you a week to make a video, if it takes 7 days to make a video, how can I make 1 video in 1 day so that I can make a video every single day? Or how do I make 10 videos on the first of the month, and that sets me up for the rest of the month? Think about those processes. What's in your way? If you had unlimited money and resources, what would you do to 5x your content output? Number 8, content creators do not think about this question, and it is the most, it's such a huge miss when people fail to answer this question or fail to think about this question. When they are finished watching your content, when they're finished watching your YouTube video, when they're finished listening to your podcast, reading your blog, reading your newsletter, watching your TikToks or your shorts, what should they do next? Now, the simple answer would be like, oh, they should subscribe, they should like, they should leave a comment. But seriously, or just to like bring this up into your consciousness, what do they need to do next? What do they need to, okay, and if you like this content, this is the next video you should watch. Like really find some alignment, find it so that it makes sense. It's again, like with a product, it's a next logical step. With your content, make it the next logical step. Okay, if you watch this video, you're really going to love this video. If you watch this video, click the link down below. I've got a template, a download resource that's going to make this video all make sense. If you're watching this right now, I have a course, I have a cohort coming up. Go to make5videos.com. That's the kind of thing. Number 9, this is all kind of based on once you have your product and once you have your second product created, how can you create alignment for your products? A lot of people just make content. They just make that, hey, I'm going to make some content. I'm going to be loud on social media. I'm going to make a bunch of noise. And I also have these products. How can you, and the shit that you're making on social media is totally unrelated to the stuff and the products that you offer. So how can you bring those into alignment? How can I create a video like this to say, hey, if you want to make more videos, then, and then give some tips on how to make more videos. And if you want some even more help with this, go to make5videos.com. Like I'm aligning it. My 5-day video sprint. I teach you how to make more videos in the content. I actually have a product that aligns with it, and it's a very logical A to B step. If I'm teaching you how to, hey, this is how you can, record 4K on your iPhone and get really great results. And by the way, I have a success email chain that will teach you how to launch your perfect product. It doesn't always make sense. So you have to find that alignment. Either you need to get your product in alignment with your content, or you need to get your content in alignment with your products. Figure that out. And finally, number 10, what is stopping you? What is really stopping you? Not just say, hey, I'm busy, or, like deep down, start to analyze yourself, start to figure out what is really stopping you. What in your life is holding you back? Why are you talking to yourself like this? What are the things in your head that are really holding you back? Why do you lack the motivation to do this? Is it just like now it's not the right time, or have you just think that this type of life, this content creation life is so difficult, or if I don't have 10,000 followers on day 1, then I'm a failure, or I can't make money until I have 100,000 followers? All of that is wrong. So let me just kind of think about these 10 hard-hitting questions. And if you like this kind of stuff, we talk about this in the 5-day video sprint. Yes, I'm doing the call to action that I told you guys to do. Go to make5videos.com, and I want you guys to sign up for the next cohort. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, take a screenshot of these 10 questions. Think about them. There's a link down below to sign up for the 5-day video sprint, where we make 5 videos in the first 5 days. So if you're totally new to the content game, but you want to start adding more content into your arsenal and then start to make money off that content, it all starts with making your first 5 videos. Make5videos.com. Go check it out. The link is down below. My name is Jordan Anderson, and I'll catch you guys later.